Thanks, Greg and Ainsley. I never did get modern music. Stay tuned for our random drama segment entitled Fatal Beatings, written by Ben Elton and Richard Curtis. It stars myself, Anne-Marie Scott, and Jody Newham. It was filmed just before the scandal, but never mind that. On with the show.
Come in.
Good morning, Headmaster.
Mrs. Perkins, good of you to come. I realize you're a busy woman, but I didn't feel we could discuss this matter over the electric telephone.
No, absolutely not, Headmaster. I mean, if Tommy's in any sort of trouble, I'd like to nip it in the bud.
Quite frankly, Tommy is in trouble, Mrs. Perkins. Recently, his behavior has left a great deal to be desired.
Oh, dear me.
Yes. He takes no interest in school life whatsoever. He refuses to muck in on the sports field, and it's been weeks since any master has had any written work from him.
Dear me.
Yes, if he wasn't dead, I'd have him expelled.
I beg your pardon?
Yes, expelled. If I wasn't making allowances for the fact that your son was dead, he'd be out on his ear.
Tommy's dead?
Yes. He's upstairs in sick bay now, stiff as a board and bright green. And this is, I fear, typical of his current attitude. And I have pleaded with him, and so has Matron, and he will make no effort.
Tommy's dead?
Yes, and that's what's so galling. He seems to have no sense of moderation. One moment he's flitting about like a paper kite, the next he's completely immovable and starting to smell.
Well, how did he die?
Well, is that important?
Yes, I think so.
Well, it has a good deal to do with the library. We've been having some trouble recently with boys slipping into the library and taking books without their library card. Your son was caught, and I administered a fatal beating during which he died. But you'll be glad to know the ringleader has been caught, and I don't think we'll have to worry about library discipline anymore. Now, the library card system was
sorry. You beat my son to death?
Yes, so it would seem. Please, I'm not used to being interrupted. Now, the library card system was introduced...
Exactly what happened?
Well, it seems the boys were slipping in and taking the books.
No, during the beating.
Oh, that. Yes, well, one moment he was bending over, the next he was lying down.
Dead?
Deadish. Really, Mrs. Perkins, I find your morbid fascination with your son's death quite disturbing. What we are discussing here is your son's attitude, and quite frankly, I'm starting to see where he gets it from.
At least I never beat him to death.
No, and that was quite obvious to me from the day he got here. And I wondered then, and I can't help but wonder now, Mrs. Perkins, if he wouldn't be a very different sort of lad if you had administered a few fatal beatings earlier on.
Are you completely mad?
Yes, I'm absolutely furious. To accommodate the funeral, I have had to cancel afternoon school on Wednesday. I'm sorry. I've got to be going.
This is preposterous.
Yes, it is. If it were true.
What?
I've been joking, Mrs. Perkins. Forgive me, it's my strange Hibernian sense of humor. I've been having you on.
Oh, thank God for that.
I wouldn't cancel afternoon school to bury that little twerp.
I like that. Now, if I were a viewer, I would pick up the electric telephone and tell a friend about that while I typed up a formal letter of praise to the actresses involved. You see, here at VCTV, we love feedback. The tossing of praise and even rotten fruit in our general direction makes us feel alive. Please send your letters care of Valemount Live and addressed to Valemount Entertainment Society, Box 922, Valemount, BC, V0E 2Z0. Our phone number is 566-8288. Our email address is tv@vctv.ca. Now, let's hear our special report from our 9-year-old correspondent, Zachary Schneider.
Hi, my name is Zachary Schneider, and I am VCTV's birthday correspondent. I'd like to wish a happy birthday to Annika Bennett and Charlie McKenzie. And I'd like to wish a very special birthday to Elianne Taylor. Her birthday is on Sunday. And happy birthday!
I want to wish everyone a very happy Thanksgiving, and I'll just mention now that there will be no show next week because of, the Newham thing. Coulter Beeson's paralytic bifida means he can spend but 30 seconds away from the toilet at a time, and our producer is having a nervous breakdown. While he's recovering, let me tell you about a great venue coming to Valemount. Valemount Arts and Cultural Society is pleased to present Lunch at Allen's with Murray McLaughlin and Cindy Church. This amazing event will take place on Wednesday, October 7th at 8 p.m. at the high school. Thanks for joining us this evening, and good night.